Welcome to the Every Day is a New Day podcast and live show. Are you ready? Because this is Rise and Shine. Every day is a new day. The 21-day empowerment series that supports you in cultivating a habit of getting into alignment, mentally and emotionally, standing in your power and being unshakable regardless what's happening around you. Join us live on Facebook at 9 a.m. Pacific time on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page, or on Apple Podcasts and beyond for the replay. Let's get to it. All right, and so welcome to day 18 of Rise and Shine, the 21-day empowerment series, all about cultivating that habit of getting into alignment mentally, emotionally, and we bring it deeper into the body and really get into that feeling place of it. And so before we get into our daily alignment practice today, I'm going to go ahead and welcome today's guest, the wonderful MarBeth Dunn. Welcome, MarBeth.
Oh, thank you so much, Kim. I'm really excited to be here. I just always love basking in your energy.
Oh, thank you. Well, I love basking in your energy, and I think the heart behind you really reflects, the energy and vibe I get off from you. So I'm grateful to have you here.
Oh, well, I'm so grateful to be here. So we have this mutual admiration society going on. I love it.
So with that, let's go ahead and do our daily alignment practice. And I'm going to do what we did a couple of days ago. We only did this one once. So MarBeth, I invite you to join me. We're just going to make sure that we're comfortable wherever we're seated. You want to make sure that you're feeling situated, right? So it's easy for you to be present mentally, emotionally within your body. And so I'm going to go ahead and place one hand on my heart. I like to place the other hand on my abdomen or on my upper thigh. You place it wherever it feels comfortable for you. And we're going to start off with three slow, deep cleansing breaths. Exhaling out yesterday and inhaling the present moment of today. Let's go ahead and begin with our first breath. And the second breath. And our third breath. And even just with that, notice how it feels to have taken those breaths and for the energy to shift within your body. Beautiful. And now we're going to go ahead and open our eyes back up, being present in today. And we're going to go ahead and, just like I did the other day, we're going to reach our arms up. And I want you to see all the beautiful energy of you. You are always emanating this wonderful energy of you. And it's so awesome that we can deliberately say, you know what? I want to feel even more of me, be connected and aligned even more so with me. And so just like reaching up and grabbing our energy, we're going to pull it down into and over us like we're putting on our clothes. You're putting on the energy of you. Just really bringing that in, owning the awesomeness of you. We're just having fun with it today, guys. This is one of those one of those things that you get to do it your way, and I'm showcasing a few of the ways that I do it. And then we're going to also connect with that support from below, Mother Earth, the universe, all that love and support. And so we're going to reach down and we're going to pull up that support from below. And so pulling up into your body, pulling up that support from below. And allow yourself just get a sense of that, see that energy coming up to you and into you. What does that feel like, right? Bringing in that awareness of who you are and the support that always exists for you so that you can feel it even more within you. Because we all have that feeling at times where we feel a little disjointed, disconnected, right? We might feel unwhole, and yet that's never the truth. You're always whole. You are always amazing. And so just doing these simple little things to reconnect, realign with all that is there for you can make a difference that really makes an impact. And so with that, that is today's simple exercise. And MarBeth, let me ask you, what is it like for you when you take time to align your energy and feel that sense of connected and wholeness from within?
Well, what I noticed, what was so interesting is, and I've noticed this so many times on my meditations when I'm doing group meditations over the airways, over Facebook, that I feel that connection as everyone is breathing in alignment. I feel that connection with everyone else who is on the call, on the broadcast. And, we're all breathing in sync. We're pulling in the energy in sync. And it just brings us all, not just one, but all of us into alignment. And how cool is that?
It's very cool. And I love that you say that, because I have absolutely noticed, even just doing these, how doing it as a group, right, with everyone who shows up live or on the replay and with that day's special guest, it really amplifies what I can do on my own when I do it with others.
Absolutely.
So I love that you said that. So, okay. And so we bring it into our awareness first, and really start to feel it. And then I like to bring it into our words with an affirmation. So what would be an affirmation that you might use for yourself today? And we can share it with today's audience. If they don't have one that comes up for them, they could use yours. What would be an affirmation you might use today?
I am one with every aspect of creation.
I am one with every aspect of creation. Beautiful. I love that. I am one with every aspect of creation. Okay, and I've just typed that into the chat for those who are with us live on Facebook. And so for you, the audience, what did your alignment feel like? And then what could be an affirmation that you might use as well? And if it feels challenging to come up with one, then check out MarBeth's, and that would be a wonderful affirmation for you to really just feel that sense of wholeness and connectedness, especially at this time when I know a lot of us are having to isolate ourselves. So, MarBeth, thank you. We're just plotting right along here. Okay, so we brought it into our awareness. We got our words with it, and now we get even more playful with it. And this is the power pose phase. So, what would a power pose look like to go with that affirmation? And as soon as it shows up on my end, I'll pop it up on the screen as well.
For me, it feels really expansive. So I feel my arms out. I feel very powerful. So my legs are spread apart, standing. Okay. And I can stand, but you're not going to see me.
Whatever's comfortable for you.
So just standing there, just with your arms out and your feet a little apart, and just feeling this stance. You're feeling power, your energy. You can even drop down into your lower energy centers, the chakras, and just allow that to expand. And you're in a place of creativity where, this is the first day of the rest of your life. What is it going to be?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you're bringing in the awareness of how we don't even have to stay up here. We can drop it into the lower energy centers too, and really maximize and create from that space. I love it.
Well, it gives you more power. One of the things that happens with light workers is they like to hang out in these upper chakras. We have to be in the heart. We have to be up in these upper chakras. But here's the thing. If you think of your chakra system as a pyramid, the base is supporting all of the other chakras. So that root chakra is the base of, it's all about the base, baby. You want to have that big enough and supportive enough, because if it's fragile, well, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So you really want to have it nice and solid. And that actually acts as a security gate, that protects the other chakras and so it's really important to develop that lower root chakra, and it actually, especially if you're sensitive or empathic, it protects your second and third chakras from the energies of other people. And so one of the things I like to do is to just remind myself I'm safe as I expand. You can energetically expand these lower chakras. And as you expand them, you just remind yourself I'm safe. And as you're focusing that energy, you know that you are. And especially in these times when people are feeling insecure or unsafe, this is where you want to develop that knowledge, that knowing that you are safe. And this is really the place to do it, is in those lower chakras.
MarBeth, I absolutely love that you've framed it in the way that you just explained it. That right there is huge, I think, in supporting someone and feeling safe within their own power.
Yeah.
And so for those who are with us live on Facebook, the first affirmation, for some reason, I don't know why it's not showing up on screen, but you just said something else that I also posted, and I'm not sure if that's showing up either now. Anyway, you said, I am safe as I expand. And that, oh my goodness, I just absolutely love that. And so with that, let me just share with everyone a little bit more about MarBeth. MarBeth Dunn is an energy management specialist and the founder of the World Miracle Peace Experiment. And you can certainly join her group on Facebook to participate in her weekly meditations for peace. And we've got the link for that. That is showing up on Facebook. Again, that's the World Miracle Peace Experiment group on Facebook. And MarBeth, what kind of a difference has it made for you in bringing your awareness of your energy down into those lower centers? Is there anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Huge. It's huge. First of all, I'm very empathic, and I, would get knocked out by other people's energy. So many of us, especially because there's so many more people on the planet than ever before. And so since we're energy beings, we appear to be solid, but we're really energy. We're if you look at an atom, it's vast space within there with a few little particles. So if you took all of the solid matter within our bodies and condensed it, it'd be about the size of an apple seed, but here we have this impression, this feeling that we're big and these bodies, but in essence we're so much bigger. We're energy, and we expand, and wherever we direct our energy, we are. And you can actually expand your root chakra or your sacral chakra. You can expand them out, and notice when you do that, as you direct your energy to expand these lower chakras, notice how your whole being feels more grounded.
Yes.
It feels really safe. And what I've learned is that when your root chakra is not developed, and it happens to those of us who have come from dysfunctional homes that did not have a safety net, we just didn't feel safe. Some, maybe there were boundaries that were crossed or whatever it was, even though, the home may have appeared to be a loving family, but maybe there were some things that did not feel safe for us. And so this root chakra did not get developed. And so what's happened, it did in my case, was that I didn't have that natural protection against the inflow of other people's energy. I didn't have boundaries. I didn't know what boundaries were. And so now that I've developed a strong root system and know that I'm safe, I don't feel that influx of energy in the same way. When I work with my clients, I tap into that deliberately. And, and I also find that with most of the people that I work with, that we carry other people's energy. About 85% of the people that I checking in on, we've got other people's stuff, and it mucks us up. So if you have that strong root system, it helps deflect that. I think it's still good to clear yourself of other people's energy periodically, like at night, cut cords, and and there are techniques to just clear out other people's stuff. And I'm sure you know quite a few of them too.
I do, but I love that we're talking about this because this is something a lot of people are actively dealing with right now. And one of my next questions was going to be about more self-care. And would you be open to sharing with us just a couple of additional ways to clear our energy for anybody?
Sure. Yeah. What I do is I ask Archangel Michael in. He's such our archangels are amazing. Angels are amazing. They're there to serve us. They're there, and all we have to do is ask them. They believe in free will. They will not impose their will on us. And, so we could be, clogged up with other people's energy. And as soon as we ask them, could you clear this? There's a technique where I can ask Archangel Michael to bring in a vacuum and just start to vacuum out my being, or I'll ask him to use a net, a gold mesh net, and strain it through me. And then, I will take it up to the light, transmute it into love and light, pour it in my crown. And, there's all kinds of things to do. And the thing is that it's so important that we are empowered, we don't come with a handbook.
Right. Oh, MarBeth, I am loving this conversation. So thank you so much for really bringing our awareness to how we can bring our awareness even deeper into our root chakra, into our sacral chakra, those lower chakras. I absolutely felt that as soon as you mentioned that and I did that, I was like, oh, what a difference that makes.
You feel so strong.
Yeah.
You feel empowered. These lower systems, they're not really that complex. Like the upper systems are a lot more complex, but these lower ones, they're more about creativity. They're very simple: elimination, power, creation. So there's a lot of, you want to increase the creativity that you have. And what better way? I mean, we have creativity here. We also have it in our throat. But you don't want to be creating from the wrong place.
Right.
So when you're creating, here you have this beautiful sacral chakra that's all about creation, right? So let's create from there, let's expand from there. And, and I think it's a really exciting thing to do.
Well, I love it. And I just want to give a quick shout out to our live audience. I think we may be having something going on in the airwaves. And so I can sort of tell we have some people here, and yet I can't completely like I typically do. So I just want you to know that I see you. I see you. I feel you.
You.
And we're so grateful to have you here. So please, do continue to comment, and we'll definitely connect with you after the show if we're not able to see your comments during the show. So, okay, MarBeth, that was wonderful, wonderful. I tend to work with a lot of empathic, heart-centered people as well. And as I mention this to them, I will absolutely always say, MarBeth Dunn, got this one from her. Love it. Okay.
Here.
Well, so now I like to even make it, bring it to a more practical, well, that is all very practical, but we all eat. That's what I'm getting at. We all eat food daily to nourish our body. And I like to highlight how we can take time to listen to our body through what is our body saying to us when we eat those foods that really say, ooh, our body says, ooh, I love this food. And so not in the context of comfort foods, but what is a food for you that when you eat it, your body's like, ooh, that nourishment feels good. We want more of that.
I tend to eat healthy. And although that tends to change, so we've gone more vegetarian / vegan at home. I try to buy organic, and just the food that's more whole, that has more nourishment in it. I think, yeah, if there is a bag of potato chips around, it's like comfort. And I do crave that. Chocolate is another craving. Um,
What's your
you know,
favorite vegan food?
ah, um, curries. We do curries,
Oh,
and then also we found these. It's called Just Eggs. It's made out of mung beans, and I make omelets out of them that are just really great. It works almost like eggs,
okay.
and it you don't have the cholesterol and on any of the other stuff that eggs have. So I've been really enjoying those.
You know, I almost feel like you might be the second person who's actually said that. So that is a shout out for Just Eggs.
Yes,
That's
great. It's really, really good. You know,
okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, okay. So I would love to learn just a little bit more about you through some show and tell. Is there anything that you is there anything that you can show us on screen that is something you love and just tells us a little bit more about you?
something that I can show you on screen. Um, hmm, that would tell you a little bit about me. This is Lovey,
Aw.
and Harrison gave her to me for Valentine's Day in 2013. There she is.
Aw.
And I use her as a surrogate when I'm doing distant healing, sometimes, not always. So I have these very cool lasers that I have one client that has neuropathy in her feet, and I use the lasers on Lovey's feet,
Okay.
and they seem to help. So
I
that
love that. Oh, Lovey gets a lot of love.
oh, she does.
That's awesome. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and share the cards that came out today. I did pre-pull some cards to really expand on today's message, and I ended up pulling 4 cards. I'm just going to share well, yeah. Okay, so the first card that came out is I know inwardly what is right for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the back of it says, I look in the mirror and say to myself, I deserve all good. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve joy. I deserve love. And so that is our first card. I love it because I don't think this one's ever came out before. And then there's this one, with affirmations, I claim my inner power. And the back of it says, no
Hmm.
matter what I choose to believe or say, the universe always says yes to me. Therefore, I choose only positive thoughts and words. And so, if you are still looking to come up with an affirmation for today, any one of these statements that I have just read off could become your affirmation if it resonates for you.
Perfect.
And then I decided to also pull a card from my self care deck. And I thought it was very interesting that 2 cards came out and they're right along the same message line. So the first one is pleasure, and the second one is playfulness.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so the back of pleasure says, do something just for fun. Pleasure is one of life's essential nutrients. Then the back of playfulness says, play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers.
Totally. That's so cool. We were listening this morning to an interview by Russell Brand was interviewing the lady who wrote The Artist's Way.
Oh, okay.
And they were talking about playfulness and frivolity.
How has that shown up for you at this time where we're all self-isolating and all of that?
Well, I'm very blessed to have Harrison here with me during the self-isolation. And he's a man who's very playful. He wakes up singing and, he's constantly writing songs and playing them on the guitar. And I tend to be very, what's the word? I guess I'm more in a state of allowing. I don't try to control situations. I just allow things to happen. And that works out so well because I get the information I need to do what I want, and I can stay in a lighthearted place. And I love to play. And what was very cool, we get our food delivered here. I don't know if you do in Lake Elsinore.
We have a few times, yeah.
Yeah, and but it's almost impossible to get delivery from Whole Foods. They say that windows open throughout the day, but you have to really nail it. And I woke up a few days ago with just, I got a shop from Whole Foods today, and I had absolutely, usually I'll shop from other places because it's just, you're not even going to get near them. But I just got, nope, today we're going to do Whole Foods. So I made this big shopping list, and of course there were no windows open. But I didn't have any need. I didn't have any desire. I was just told, this is it. And of course, a window opened between 4 and 6 the next day, and it was delivered, and it was no problem. It was perfect. So, you just tap in and allow things, and they show up just the way you want them.
So I was going to ask you, what really supports you in being able to be in that space of allowing? And I'll just say the first thing that I'm aware of that comes up is allowing yourself to detach from certain outcomes. But what else comes up for you in terms of what helps you to be in that space of allowing? Because that can be really challenging for some people.
It can, especially, if you have a need for things to happen in a certain way. And I'm in a space right now where I have a business thing that's happening, and things are almost there, but there's something blocking it. Okay. And one of the participants, it's complicated. And, I'm just like, I just let it be because I trust. I think the thing that you need is trust and faith. I trust that my mantra always is everything works out perfectly for me. Everything goes right for me. And so that's my mantra. And when that's your mantra, everything goes right for you. So even if it appears that there's something bad going on, there's another way of looking at it. And maybe right behind that's happened so something good can happen. So I don't judge whether something's good or bad. I just, I'm in this state of, okay.
Well, I think that's fantastic because that really helps you to be in that state of flow, which supports you in maintaining your alignment regardless of how things are ebbing.
Right. It's like being on a balance ball. You just get used to being up there, and no matter what's happening, you're there, you're balanced,
I love it. Thank you, MarBeth. So, MarBeth, we're nearing the end of this show. I still have one more question for you, but will you go ahead and just remind everyone where they can go to connect with you beyond today's interview?
You can connect with me on my website, marbethdunn.com, and at the World Miracle Peace Experiment.
Awesome. Yeah. And you're doing live group meditation and discussions every Sundays, correct?
I was doing discussions, but it's morphing. This Sunday, we're going to do the meditation, and it's going to be a little different.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well,
the group discussions were awesome. I had these amazing panels, including you.
They are wonderful discussions. I completely agree with that. And, even if you're just, going to watch the replays, to fill yourself up with more of that, inspirational alignment and the insightful-ness that comes through MarBeth's discussions.
Stop watching the news.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I can do a few minutes and I'm like, okay, I'm informed. Moving on. Moving on. Okay. So MarBeth, I love to close out these conversations by asking my guest, would you be open to singing a song with the words "rise and shine" in it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this can be anything you want, and I'll let you take it away.
Okay. Morning has broken like the first morning. I rise and shine and get set for the day. Praise for the morning. I choose to be happy. I choose to bless mankind throughout the day.
That was beautiful. I love it. Thank you for being open to playing along with me in that way.
I think that's, your show is so much fun. It's so energetic and alive, and it's so many good vibes. I just totally love what you're doing.
Thank you, MarBeth. I appreciate that. I love doing this. I love MarBeth Dunn and all of my guests. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to be able to connect with you, the audience, whether you are live or on the replay. Love connecting with you. And as we close out today's show, first, MarBeth, thank you for being here. Appreciate it, really.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I just want to remind you, wherever you are listening to this today, every day is always a new day. That's a metaphor. That's a metaphor for reminding us that every moment of every day, we have the opportunity to make a different choice. That if something's not flowing right, not flowing in a way that feels good to us, right? Let's take out the word right? Just not flowing maybe in a way that's like, oh, I kind of wish it was different, right? How can we be in more of a state of allowing, just like MarBeth was talking about, and have that trust and that faith detached from certain outcomes? Because ultimately, it supports you in being in a more empowered state of your own alignment so that you can navigate any of those unexpected changes that pop up for you throughout your day. And so with that said, you are amazing. So grateful that you're here with us today. Let us know in the comments what you're taking away from today's conversation. And I look forward to seeing you on the next Rise and Shine Every Day is a New Day empowerment show happening tomorrow again at 9 a.m. Pacific time, right here on Facebook on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page, and the replays on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Podbean and all of that. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.